somebody do something for the children. And that's essentially what we saw last night on CNN and that we've seen in the conversation about guns over the past couple of weeks.
You mean last night's CNN infomercial?
It was quite an effective one, though.
Look, it is an amazing thing, and it's tiresome. Every time you see a horrific crime, people in the media and Democratic politicians immediately try to leap on it to advance their agenda, and their agenda is stripping the Second Amendment rights away from law-abiding citizens. And you know, you mentioned the King of England isn't going to come from us. Let's be clear where many of the Democrats want to end up. Dianne Feinstein was very open and candid where she said, if I can say, Mr. America, Mrs. America, give me your guns, I will. That's where they want to end up. You look at one of the biggest cheer lines last night, it was when talking about confiscating guns. That's where they want to end up. It is profoundly unconstitutional, but it doesn't work. Listen, every person who saw the shooting in Parkland, it's horrifying. If you're a parent, there's nothing more horrific than imagining some madman hurting kids. But the answer, it's perfectly reasonable to have a conversation. What can we do to stop this sort of mass crime? That's a good conversation for us to have. The left's answer is always, always, always strip the Second Amendment rights from law-abiding citizens. Here's one of the many problems. It doesn't work. If you look at the jurisdictions with the toughest gun control laws, cities like Chicago, cities like Washington, D.C., they often have among the highest murder rates and crime rates. You want to see crime take off? Disarm the law-abiding citizens. The criminals love it when law-abiding citizens can't defend themselves. On the flip side, if you actually want to stop crimes, what does work is targeting violent criminals, going after them like a ton of bricks, putting felons and criminals in jail. That's what we need to be doing, and that's what I'm leading the fight to do.
You know, I'm not on Twitter right now, but I do wonder if in the 5 minutes since we've started, whether Chris Cuomo has tweeted that you're afraid to come on his program to talk about this.
You know, I am quite certain in the history of the universe, nobody has ever been afraid of Chris Cuomo.
I do want to ask you, though, I think,